So coming out of the finale, that's quite a pickle Oliver's got him in, huh?
I kind of like it. I feel like the bigger pickle would be the island blowing up. I don't think he's in that much of a pickle coming out of this finale. He's in a definitive spot.
What was your first reaction when you heard that's where he would be when the season came to an end?
Very fired up. The whole pitch for season 7, I've really enjoyed. So I like where he is, and I like some of the people that I'm going to be able to work with in season 7, in the early part of the season when he is where he is.
Now, when I saw you on set last, you said there is the dilemma of Oliver could just break out of this place. So
right.
What's keeping him?
What's keeping him is that if he tries to break out, all of his friends and all the people closest to him will go down.
That's plenty. That's plenty.
Yeah.
Were you happy to see him stick to the deal that he made with the FBI, even though it kind of created some friction with Felicity?
Yeah, I mean, he probably acted hastily, but he got the job done, and I think that's important. So,
I spoke to Guggenheim last night. He said Felicity might not be entirely okay on board with this decision at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think she understands it in the moment, but I think that, retrospectively, especially if he has to spend a lot of time in prison, she'll get a little bit sour about it.
Talk about your farewell, your final scene with Paul Blackthorne. Is that the one you were saying on Twitter that you wished wouldn't end?
No, the scene in the finale that I shot with Emily was an incredibly difficult scene to shoot, but very, very, very rewarding. But yeah, the scene with Paul too. I'm gonna miss that guy a lot on the show.
He's a class act.
He's a class act. He's an anchor. He always came to work prepared, and he imparted a wisdom and a maturity on the show that I think, I don't actually know how we will replace.
Now, in your final battle there with Diaz, Laurel meant well, but she kind of bungled things. Do you kind of like that they've kept her in that frenemy zone?
Yeah, I don't know if this ends up in the cut, but I ad-libbed a line where I tell Lance that he's strong, and then I go, despite, and I chew it out. I'm like, Laurel's strong too, and I like the frenemy spot, and I hope that there's a lot of fun stuff for her to do in season 7.
Any early word on the crossover plan for this fall, winter?
Yes, I know the entire thing.
Good stuff. Is it going to kick your butt?
I think that it's going to be. We can't go bigger than we went last year, so we're going more specific.
You said that Beth Schwartz the new showrunner, has you really amped for season 7. What sort of things are you looking forward to specifically, or not specifically?
We are going to introduce a new storytelling technique that I'm very excited about. That's all that I can say.
Excited to have the Longbow Hunters element introduced to the show.
Very much so, yeah. I think that's going to be really cool. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I like teasing stuff in the finale that you can then play out the next season.